Hey guys, Average Scarecrow here with a Raid Shadow Legends video. I hope your days are going well. I hope that the fusion is going well for you guys if you're going for either the legendary or the epics. I hope you're making steady progress. I'm excited today because I finally decided to buckle down and do a champion guide or champion showcase on my favorite HP nuker that I have on my account, and overall one of my favorite nukers, HP attack or defense. Arix is a login reward champion that you get after like 270 days or something. It's a lot. It takes a while to get Arix. For a lot of people, by the time you get her, you've got a lot of better options out there. But I was fortunate enough to, and it was pure luck and coincidence. Days before I pulled her from the just logging in, I pulled a 6-star soul for her on a non two times chance of getting, because they weren't doing two times at this point. Soul stones were still pretty new into the game. So 6-star awakening for 6-star blessing. She's one of two legendaries that I have a 6-star blessing for, and it helps. She is a powerhouse inside of this game. Very, very powerful. So let's go over her kit real quick. So she's got Deathly Arts on the A1, attacks all enemies, has a 35% chance when booked of removing a random buff from each target. AoEs on the A1 are very, very good. It adds a little bit of versatility. You can build her in a stun set. You can build her in a provoke set. She's an HP based champion. So you can build her with a lot of HP, a lot of survivability, and get damage as well. I should say she's a Knights Revenant, legendary HP magic affinity champion. So yeah, she's great for, if you're still doing faction wars. Still great. Super great there. So on the A2, Thorn Chain Malison. Attacks all enemies, has a 75% chance when booked of placing a stun debuff for one turn, transfers a random debuff from this champion to the targets that receive stun debuffs from this skill. On the A3, we've got Warped Guidance. Places a 50% ally protect on all allies except this champion for 2 turns, and places a counter attack on this champion for 2 turns. This is on a 4-turn cooldown. I should say the stun on a 75% chance is on a 3-turn cooldown, and this ability hits really, really hard. But the really kind of fun and not so much unique anymore, but at the time, it was a unique passive. Cynical. So part 1 of this is fills this champion's turn meter by 5% each time an ally inflicts a critical hit. It says ally, but she boosts up her own turn meter as well. And then heals this champion by 5% of their max HP each time an enemy inflicts a critical hit. Now, the second part isn't super useful. In PvE, bosses only have like a 15% crit rate. And in Arena, if you're getting hit, you're probably going to die. So, but the first part of this, the turn meter fill, is very, very, very good. I've got her a 6-star, so I put her in Crushing Rend. We're getting every hit ignores a percentage of the target's defense, 1% for every 10 levels, and you're getting obviously the 15 speed there as well. Again, in PvP, this isn't as good because you're capped at 60, so you're getting 6% ignore defense. It's still good, but in PvE, I mean, you're going up against mobs in the end game that are like level 300, 350. I mean, you're getting like 30% ignore defense just off of the Crushing Rend alone. So as far as masteries go, I went all the way down and picked up some ignore defense here. Basically, masteries that will buff her damage up a little bit. And then some, the important one is actually Harvest Despair. Has a 60% chance of placing Leech for 1 turn when placing a stun. And we'll get into that in a little bit. As far as the build goes, what you really want on this champion is 4-piece Slayer. Fills the champion's turn meter by 5% per the first hit on each enemy from AoE attacks. She's got an AoE on the A1 and the A2, so this is great. I put her in 6-star because I had it available for the 30% ignore defense as well, and then just broken stuff, HP with HP, speed with HP, Crit damage with HP, you would want more crit damage here. And then I haven't really started on, defense here, but to be honest, she's really good the way she is. So, obviously you're looking for HP, right? So HP substats, HP with more HP with an HP substat, HP percentage with some more HP on the substat. We've got HP with more HP and HP percentage on the ring, crit damage with crit damage, and then we've got accuracy with defense, more HP percentage, and HP on the substats there. So you do need to build her ideally with a lot of HP, 100% crit rate, a lot of crit damage, and then you want accuracy as well. The accuracy depends on where you're going to use her. I have her at about 330 accuracy. We'll go over the total stats right now. 95K on the HP. Attack doesn't matter. About 2950 on the defense, 177 on the speed, 100% on the crit rate, 274 on the crit damage, 330 on the accuracy. So where can I use Arix, or where do I use Arix? Well, she's my campaign farmer. She can farm brutal, and actually, let's just take her there. We'll start in campaign. Let's go over where she's good at. So if we go over, let's do Nightmare. Go here. We'll do 12-6, right? And then let's just, the fastest way to do it is to preset. Let's go U3, boom. And then we basically, for campaign farming, we want to turn off warped guidance all the way through. And then we want to turn off Thorn Chain Malice all the way through. Her A1 hits very hard, and it's faster animations. The A1 has faster animations. So this is Nightmare campaign. Very quick, very powerful. She's hitting like 50,000 to 70,000 on the A1, 92,000 there on the A1. So I did do Nightmare, right? Yeah, Nightmare stage 6 in 8 seconds. Let's do one more time. 80,000, 94,000 there. 60,000, 80,000. Boom, 93,000. She's very, very strong, very fast. She's got quick animations. Now, obviously, if you get like a Fellhound, if you get, like a Queen Ava, there's other campaign farmers that you might have access to earlier. But for me, I use her everywhere else, and she's super, super fast. She's already built. So she's a fantastic campaign farmer. She's also great in Faction Wars, like I said. Faction Wars is open for the Knights Revenant, so I literally use her as my solo stage 20 farmer. Solo stage 20. I want to slow it down so that we can see what she's doing here. 126,000, and you notice every time she hits, we're getting that, see, Cynical, Crushing Rend, Boost Turn Meter, X5, X5. Look here. Boost turn meter times 5 twice. So she's getting, what would that be? 5 times 4, 20, like a 40% turn meter fill. And I mean, she's doing it, 14 seconds on times 1 speed. Let's speed it up a little bit. See what she can do. So she hits, and then she's got over half turn meter, or half turn meter, before she even takes her second turn. I mean, she's just incredible. Absolutely incredible. Faction War, she's a beast, man. And even if you don't have her 6-star awakened and you need a little more support, throw her in there with like let's just look real quick. You can put together a team pretty easy. Let's go down here. Oh, we want to go by faction. Sort by faction. Where's Arix? What kind of options do we have for Knights Rev? I mean, Skeletor, a free-to-play option. Bystofist, kind of an old-school champion. You've got Rector Draft. You've got Thylesia, Doom Priest, Miscreated Monster, Faceless, Sepulture, Sentinel, Renegade. Plenty of options. You can build a team around her, but if you build her, with enough damage, obviously she can just breeze right through it. So, going over to Curse City in the early stages, of Cursed City on hard. I think we're on hard, right? Let's just try to find one. Is it this rotation or was it last rotation where she was just popping up all over the place for me? It must have been last rotation. Because now I'm not really... Here we go. Here's one. She can solo normal. Or not normal. She can solo hard. I forget what the first area is called. But she can just come in here and smack everyone around. I mean, she's super good, man. Here's another one. I haven't really pushed into the other areas yet. So I guess what I could do... The other areas get way more restrictive, though, which is the problem. So she probably won't show up that much. But if we go here... Yeah, see, like, Force only... Magic... Oh, well, hang on. Oh, Magic, Dark Elves, Dwarves, and Shadowkin, so you can't use her there. What about here? Nope. Rare and Epics only. Attack only. So, yeah, a little more restrictive. More difficult to use her when you come out and branch out into the other areas. But for just kind of breezing through, you can throw her in here. I don't want to use my keys on normal yet, but you can throw her in here and clear out all of this normal stuff as well. Clan Boss, so I've never used her in Clan Boss, I'll be totally honest with you. She could be your ally protector, and she does have turn meter fill, and like I said, she's HP based, so you can build her with a lot of survival. AoE champs, I'm not super big on AoE champs in Hydra either. If we throw her in here, let's just build a team around her. We can sub her in here. Where are you at, Arix? There you are. This is normal, right? I think that's what I did. So if we come in here, we want to set her up with a lot of crit damage, right? About 52. I saw 50,000 there without drop defense and weaken. Oh, we need drop defense and weaken, don't we? Let's take out you. Bring in you. And let's just see what she can do. AoE champs aren't super great in Hydra, like I said. Because there's lots of AoE damage mitigation. I think this guy is given like 30% damage mitigation. Yeah. Decreases damage from AoE by 30%, and then this guy's doing it by 10%. So you're basically losing almost half of your damage. But, oh, put it on auto there on accident. It's fine. Let's cycle back around. Provoke you. Can attack there. It's fine. It's fine, whatever. Let's get back around to Arix, and let's see what she can do on the A2 with drop defense and weaken. Double negative affinity, but it's fine. Let's see what she can do here. 91,000 on an AoE I was seeing at about 100k on the A2. So even with the damage mitigation, still hitting kind of hard. He-Man, a little bit better there with about 160, but it is what it is. Let's go here on a decapitated head, hitting for about 150,000 with no drop defense or weaken. I wasn't planning on showing her in Hydra, and then this was kind of a spontaneous, like, well, might as well show her in Hydra, right? I saw 170, 150 there. So, I mean, to be fair, for normal, I actually think not too horrible. She's getting the turn meter fill every time we crit, which is nice. Now we've got drop defense and weaken up. Let's get increase attack. Or increase crit damage up. So she's going to hit for 247,000 there on this head here. And then we'll just do one more attack. We'll slow it down. Let's see what you can do on these decapitated heads. 3. Wow. Okay. It's actually kind of impressive. I'm not going to lie. Yeah, so I guess I'll I was sitting there like, she's probably not going to be that great in Hydra. And then she went in there and she was actually hitting pretty hard. So, and that's even with the damage mitigation, like I was saying. But, the Crushing Rend is great because look at that. We're getting 26% ignore defense just kind of passively. It's really, really nice. So I haven't used her in Chimera. Don't think she would be super great in Chimera. And then, like I said, Demon Lords is an ally protector. She's also got the counter attack, right? So she'll get more turn meter fill and more damage out of there. But really, I think the thing that sets her above pretty much every other HP nuker in the game is her ability to solo Spider Hard 10. Now, I talked about why you needed that mastery, right? It's because anytime we place a stun, we have a chance of placing a leech debuff. It's very, very important for this boss. We'll take it off of auto. I'll show you what I mean. She comes in, the spider kills everybody. We get a little bit of speed from the dead allies, right? And then we're going to come in here and we're going to place a stun. Now, without drop defense and weaken, she's pumping out 161,000 damage. But you see here, we get a full heal off of the leeches that we place by stun. 100,000 on the A1 as well. She hits incredibly hard. 134,000 on the A1. Every time we use the A1, we're getting a little bit of bonus damage. I'll put it on auto for the rest of the fight. Right, because of those masteries, right? We have Methodical. Methodical is very good on her because you're just going to keep pumping up your damage over and over again. You actually don't want the counterattack. You want to turn that off so that she's not, well, I guess if everyone dies first, it doesn't really matter, but you don't want to, essentially you don't want to waste the turn, right? You want to be putting out stuns and A1 attacking pretty much every chance you get. Because you're just taking extra turns. Slows down a little bit. Boom, 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 and that should be it. I mean, very, very good. Almost 15 million damage. Let me just, real quick. So you want to come in here and turn off warped. Nope. Warped guidance. We'll keep it on auto this time to see how fast you can get it done on 2x speed. So yeah, I know I don't go over the masteries like in huge detail, but I probably should have. The masteries are pretty important. We're looking for ignore defense. We're looking for increasing damage, which you can do based on kills and by just using her A1. It's like a stacking damage buff. You want what am I thinking? You could go, well, actually, you can't go with the speed on dead allies. I think I had her in that before. I think that's why I said I was getting bonus speed from dead allies, but I'm actually not. So I'll correct myself there. If you want her as your Spider Hard 10 solo farmer, you have to have, and I'll check the name after this run, but you have to have the mastery that places stun. Or places leech anytime you place a stun. Now, alternatively, so I have her in Slayer, for 6-piece Slayer. What you could do is you could go 4-piece Slayer, 4-piece, where are you? Bloodthirst. So Bloodthirst is giving you crit rate and heals by 30% of the damage dealt. Now, that opens up an entirely new mastery type of build you can do. So I don't have her in Bloodthirst, so we have to get the healing from Harvest Despair, which is the leech anytime, 60% chance of leech anytime you place a stun. If you decide to go with Bloodthirst or Lifesteal, you can essentially forego this whole tree, and you can come down here and you can pick up the bonus speed for dead allies, which would be, I think, overall, that build would be better. I just haven't switched her because this build really works. It's 100% success rate. I don't think I've ever seen it fail the way that I do it. So, as far as the attack masteries go, I'll move myself here for a second. As far as the attack masteries go, we're picking up Deadly Precision, Keen Strike, right? Those are the obvious ones. Increases damage inflicted by 5% with full HP. She'll be healing and getting herself back up to full HP, so that is kind of valuable. Increased speed for each enemy killed by the champion. This is what I meant, not allies dying, enemies killed. So we're getting 18 speed for dead enemies. This is more of, I guess Ruthless Ambush is more of like an arena one. You could go over here and pick up maybe Life Drinker instead for some extra healing, just in case you get below 50%. Wrath of the Slain. Here we go. There we go. 10% more damage for the dead allies. Methodical increases damage inflicted by the champion's default skill by 2% each time it is used during battle, up to 10%. And, more damage increases based on kills, and then finally some ignored defense at the end. You guys know what I'm talking about. I think if you're watching these videos, you probably understand how the masteries work. If you had a relic, which I have a couple, but I think one that would be really good on her for like a rare is actually Malefic Talon, because you're getting crit damage and you're getting HP, which are both, and then this chance to deal 10% more damage when attacking. So you're getting crit damage, which is great, but you're also getting HP, which is great because she's an HP-based champion. She's a great wave clearer, basically anywhere. For a long time, she was just my wave clearer. So if you come here and, this is my fast team. Let's just throw her in here with my fast team. It'll slow down a little bit. But we want to, if you're trying to go fast, the ally protect, you basically just want to shut it off. If you get her and you find that your teams are failing a little bit, the ally protect actually could be very, very useful. Oh, I have Thor on this as well. Whoops. Thor's he's my new wave clearer. You can see there. That's why. So we'll take Thor out after this one. We'll take Thor out after this one. How about that? I didn't even know what I was doing. Let's take you out. That's fine. Yeah, we don't need a leader. Who needs a leader? So we're going to go in here. Boom. Arix. She just hits hard, man. 75,000 on the A1, and she's filling her own turn meter. So even though she's not as powerful as Thor, she makes up for it by being able to fill her own turn meter, and she's really, really tanky. So yeah, man, I love this champion. Man. Sand Devil, Phantom Shogun. She is on my Phantom Shogun team because she has the High Awakening. I think I've rebuilt these champions, so this might fail. It might not be speed tuned anymore, but we'll see. So she's not going to be hitting hard. Because she's got the, what's it called? Enfeeble. But because she's got the 6-star Awakening, she's going to be, she's still going to have the chance to lower his counter by a lot. Helps us keep it down to 0, which is really nice. You can see there, even though she hit him with Enfeeble, it's still staying at 0. That's because of the High Awakening. Boom. It's not like a speed run team. I could probably change this team up, to be honest, and go a little bit faster, maybe with like a Wall Master, and then put Renegade in there, maybe. I don't know. We'll see. Maybe I'll do that on another video. But I mean, the High Awakening just makes her valuable for Shogun, obviously, because it's a High Awakening and you need those, right? But yeah, I mean, I don't want to spend too much more time in dungeons. Let's take her into Arena real quick. We'll just go down the line like we always do. Take you out, put you in, take it off of auto, and hopefully we don't completely lose the speed battle, which we don't. Drop defense and weaken. Let's try and strip off that veil. We don't, but we do stun. Speed boost past. Take it on 1 speed, and let's see what she can do. Boom, 173,000 on the A2. Very nice. We're not going to go up against a force. You know what? Let's do it. We'll spend the gems. We'll do it. Why not? Live a little dangerous. Obviously, force affinity is her counter, right? So keep that in mind. This team might be a bit squishy. Oh yeah, super squishy. 100k on the A2 though. This is not an arena build. You could definitely go with a better overall build if you were going to be planning on using her in arena. And then again, obviously, like Stone Skin Ultimate Death Knight is the bane of my existence. Let's see if we can strip it away. We don't, so now we're just going to have to contend. Let's go Ally Protect here. Don't want to kill him too fast. We'll block active skills you so that you can't kill us immediately. Oh, never mind. Now they got Revive on Death. I always forget how good Cardial is. And we're feared, and everyone's fearing, and everyone's fearing. But we stole the Stone Skin, and then he stole it right back. They've still got Revive on Death. Everyone's dying. So, Stone Skin UDK, you can see, is an obvious counter to Arix. Stone Skin UDK, Sun Wukong especially. I probably could have played that a little differently. Probably should have just killed the Sun Wukong. 172,000 there. Yeah, I probably should have just killed the Sun Wukong and then let Lydia deny the revive attempt and then just deal with him when he comes back. Drop defensive weaken. Boom, boom, boom. She's tanky, right? That's a weak Foley, but she's tanky, so you can survive, sometimes survive some hard hits. Yeah, I mean, just like honestly, really great. If you have a high awakening for her, she's great in live arena because people tend to get scared when they see a 6-star crushing Ren. So I actually use her as bait a lot, like a bait. What do you call it? A ban. People will see the 6-star crushing Ren and then they're like, oh my god, like let me ban her, and then I can get away with other picks instead. It's very nice. So yeah, this video is running a little long, so I don't want to, I don't know why I'm in the shop. I don't want to drag it out for too much longer. The point is, Arix is a solo queen. She's incredible. She looks amazing. You know, look at the sword, the crown. Aesthetically, one of my favorite champions as well. The armor's really cool. The chain link crown, the smoke billowing out of her. She's just awesome. She's really great. So yeah, thank you for dropping by the video. I really appreciate you guys. If you enjoy the content, be sure to like and subscribe and let me know what you would like to see moving forward. I apologize if my voice sounds a little weird. I might be coming down with a head cold. My dad is sick, so I might be catching what he has. Hopefully not. But I'm starting to lose my voice a little bit, so I'm going to end the video there. Thank you guys, and I'll see you on the next video. Bye.